All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Keep going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Saturday. How's everybody doing? Doge is hanging out still right above 26.5 cents, which is where we were this morning when I made my video on the 4-year cycles. So any questions about 4-year crypto cycles, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, you got to watch that video. Got to watch that video this morning. Another one. Yes, another one of these videos that I'll keep referring to if people don't get it. Go watch that. But here, today, we're going to talk about Dogecoin and a key price target. The key target for Dogecoin. And we'll cover Bitcoin and ETH, BNB, another new all-time high for BNB, and Aster. A lot of people talking about Aster. What is this Aster thing? We'll take a look at that as well. And once I get through my first business of the news and the charts, we will do Q&A. So get your questions ready. If you ask them now, I'm not going to see them because I got to do my thing first. 26.6 for Doge. We are in the green today, as I predicted on Friday, right? Friday was red, and I said, a red Friday. What does that mean? Green Saturday. But we're just barely holding on. We're just barely green, just barely holding on. So hopefully during this live stream, we can get back up and get over 27 cents. I want to see that. Not expecting 27 cents during this live stream, but hopefully maybe on Sunday we can see that. So that's where we begin. Bitcoin tried to stay over 116, couldn't do it. Afternoon today, Bitcoin fell back below. ETH, 4,484, just touched 4,500 and then fell back as well. Again, I blame Bitcoin because when Bitcoin goes down, most of the rest of the market goes down, except for BNB. What BNB? We had a new all-time high of 1,006, which hit back here on Thursday. Well, today, BNB decided to go on a little run. So now we got to take our all-time high line and we got to push it up to 1,029. 1,029 for BNB. Who knew BNB? Who knew BNB would go up this high? I mean, that's nuts. But hey, BNB has the most volume. Yes, I'm. A lot of trading volume on BNB today. And then we have this thing, Aster. You guys have heard of this, right? You've seen this thing, right? Aster up 80% today, up 1,000% all time now. Aster. I'd be careful about this. It just hit $1.70. I'd be very careful about this at this point. If you're buying in now into Aster, which you have to use Uniswap or PancakeSwap, or if you're trading on MEXC or one of those, you can get this. But it's not anywhere in the US. So you got to go do some swaps. DeFi protocol for Aster. We'll get into this in a little bit. But wow, this is just crazy. Crazy trading. It's now like the 42nd largest cryptocurrency in like 2 days. It went from nothing to 42nd. Be very careful about this. There's token unlocks that are coming, like all of that stuff. Not even like 20% of all of the tokens are in circulation on this thing. So be very careful. Now, if you bought it yesterday, now you're sitting pretty good and you're thinking about maybe some profit taking and roll this into something else. But we'll talk more about that if you guys are interested in Aster. But first, we're going to talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands, these red lines that Alan has on his nice, pretty colorful chart, the Bollinger Bands become wider when the volume of trading ticks up. And we had a lot of good trading earlier in the month. And of course, last week due to FOMC. So the Bollinger Bands are really wide. Now, some people trade Bollinger Bands. That's right. Some people trade Bollinger Bands. And they say when an entire candle is up over the Bollinger Band, the upper limit of the Bollinger Band, that's the time to sell. And then you wait until the Bollinger Band comes below the lower to buy back in. However, on September 1st, when we hit that dip, guess what happened? It didn't go below the lower Bollinger Band line. Do you know why? Because there was no volume. There was no volume, right? And so we didn't get more volatility to buy back in on that dip, and you'd be waiting. You'd still be waiting to buy if you trade Bollinger Bands. According to this, though, some people do tend to look at the midline, right? The midline of the Bollinger Band as an indicator, right? It becomes resistance, and then when it trades above, it may come back and hit it as support. May being the key word. In other words, these are just lines on a chart, right? They're not actual trading points, has nothing to do with liquidity, has nothing to do with short or long leverage or anything like that. So trading Bollinger Bands is a fool's errand, in my opinion. But hey, if you want to try it, go for it. But he's predicting a drop to 25 cents because of the Bollinger Band, and Dogecoin is not going to 25 cents. It's just not going right now. We had the dip yesterday, and we were watching that during the live stream at 26.4, right? 26.4. And then we came back this morning, early this morning, and touched 26.4 again and moved up. We're not going down to 25. In fact, this dip that we had here coming down to 26.4 is the dip that wiped out all that leverage we were looking at yesterday. We were looking at all that leverage, millions of dollars on Dogecoin that got wiped out on that dip. And so now Doge is just settling in, kind of going sideways again. Friday night, Saturday, pretty low volume trading, not a lot going on. So that's what we got. Bitcoin Census says, look, Dogecoin getting ready to break out to the upside. Right. All the charts are pointing to Dogecoin breaking out to the upside. Each time Doge has broken above the Supertrend line, now we got a new thing. It's not just a trend line. No. It's a Supertrend. Supertrend, my friend. The Supertrend line, as soon as we get over that, it's going to flip to green and we are going to the moon. We are waiting to break above the Supertrend line because when it did that last time, that was late October 2024. Look what happened. Big green candles rocketing up. Could we be seeing that again? Yes. The Supertrend, my friend. This is really a key decision point here. If we break above the Supertrend line, we could see an explosion in price. If we get rejected, then the last weekly lows could be retested, and then Allen's 25-cent thing could come into play. So, there we go. But this is cool. Supertrend line. I don't know what the Supertrend line means. It's some third-party app that does some kind of calculations based on something. I do not know what that is. I will admit that. I do not know what a Supertrend line is, but it sounds good, right? It sounds good. The Supertrend. Flip it over to green, and yes, Charlotte, explosion in price. We like that. We like that. The explosion in price. All right. Even our friend Javon Marks, he's looking at some fib lines for cycle 3, and look at that. Even his cycle 2, look what he's disregarding. He's disregarding the blow off top in Dogecoin cycle 2, just like someone I know has been suggesting that maybe all of that crazy trading in 2021 due to all that Elon Musk hype and pre-Saturday Night Live stuff shouldn't have happened. And now we're seeing Javon saying the same thing. No, we went way over. So Dogecoin, based on the past 2 cycles, has been gaining strength in each one. And given this happens again, we are looking at a near 20x from here to levels at $5.30. It's like $5.30. And this morning in my video, we had someone else saying $5 Dogecoin, $5 Dogecoin. It's like, that's why you can't use these numbers. You can't use these numbers from before. That was just so crazy, out of the ballpark trading on Doge. But Elon's a wild card, isn't he? He's a wild card. So, but yeah, these are fib lines here, and it's great. He's got some nice fib lines. And again, if we get up all the way to the top, we're talking $5. And the top line that he drew in cycle 2 wasn't even 73 cents. So there you go. $5. But you'll take it, right? You'll take it. I think everybody will take that. That'll be that explosion, that price explosion. Meanwhile, Dogecoin eyes potential rally with key target, right? You guys wanted to hear targets. Well, we got the $5 target, right? Long term, but short term, what is the key target? 30 cents. We got 30 cents resistance, my friends. Dogecoin showing signs of upward momentum as it approaches resistance near 30 cents. And you're like, it's 26 cents. It's not 30 cents. And I'm just like, zoom out. Let's zoom out. Take a breather, zoom out. Because when you zoom out, the chart actually looks pretty good. We're now consolidating from that big run we had earlier in September up to 30 cents. We came back down, and now we're still consolidating. And what do I say about consolidating? Well, it's right here, right? Dogecoin has accumulation periods with dips. There have been plenty of opportunities. What are you waiting for? And of course, the meme is, the only regret is that I didn't buy more. No regrets. You can't have regrets, right? You have an opportunity. You have an opportunity. No regrets. So, meanwhile, we have the final step for the upcoming Grayscale Dogecoin ETF. Its ticker is better than DOJE. It's GDOG. Yes, the ticker for the Grayscale Dogecoin ETF is GDOG. Looks like it's going to be October 17th, October 18th. Someone pointed out to me, Kriss, October 18th is a Saturday. It's not launching on a Saturday. And I'm like, duh. Duh. All right. I'll say October 17th for now. And maybe it actually starts trading on the 20th, on the Monday. So maybe. That's the big ETF. It's the Grayscale one. That's big time. Big money. We know the Rex Osprey Doge ETF has been doing very well. Good trading on that so far. But G-Dog, I love it. Let's get it. The G-Dog. Less than a month away for the next one. G-Dog. And that, of course, is in October, right? October 1st. I got a video coming out on that. And finally, we talk a lot about Dogecoin as a currency. Wouldn't it be great if you price things in Dogecoin? But then you've got the Bitcoin maxis who are like, no, you can use Bitcoin to buy things, which of course nobody does. And crypto.com had this great thing of like instant ramen. And look at the price. It's like 0.0000011 Bitcoin. What is that? You can't price things in Bitcoin. And of course it's like instant ramen, right? It's like priced in Bitcoin. It's just like, no. I just thought that was funny. But then the Bitcoin maxis will say, oh, just price it in sats. It's in sats. Well, how many sats is that? Like 11,000 sats or something? I have no idea. I can never do the math on that. From 1 Bitcoin to however many sats. Like 1 million sats for 1 Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know it. I can't do that conversion. It's just too hard. It's better just to price it in Doge. Just price it in Doge. What's a packet of instant ramen? Like 4 Dogecoin? Is it even $1? I don't know. It'd be so much easier. Just price it in Doge. But hey, Bitcoin, still the big daddy, right? $115,800 for a Bitcoin. Bitcoin has dipped below my green line. So showing a little weakness there in Bitcoin. What does that mean? Well, that means Bitcoin dominance back below 58. So I'm safe for now. With Ben Cowan. So Kriss is still winning. Kriss is still winning the bet with Ben Cowan as Bitcoin dominance is still below 58%. It's not going to 60. It's just not. The trend is down, right? The trend is down on Bitcoin dominance. And I think by the time we get to October, we're going to see a big drop. Now, that is only if the United States government avoids a shutdown. If the United States government has a shutdown on October 1st, Bitcoin dominance is going to go up because the whole market is going to tank and all the alts are going to fall harder than Bitcoin. So remember that. We'll be watching that. That's a big thing. Government shutdown will not be good for the markets. So that's about a week and a half away until that. And I'm supposed to be doing a new Dogecoin video on October 1st for my October price prediction. And we could be facing a government shutdown at the same time. So, yeah, Martin, I don't know why you're saying Doge, the ETF is down 6% because it's not trading on a Saturday. What is the shutdown? What's that? We've been talking about this week. We've been talking about this. Well, the Republicans and the Democrats aren't going to get together and pass a continuing resolution or spending bill to fund the government, and so they shut down. In other words, all non-essential government employees go home. They all go home. And they don't get paid. Eventually, they'll get paid, right? They catch them back up when they all start working again. And that's not good. Markets don't like government shutdowns. So we will be watching that. Of course, the Republicans and the Democrats are trying to stuff in all their, favorite little things into the bill, and nobody likes it. So We'll be watching that. Look at that. It zoomed out on the 4 hour. We're accumulating. Same place we were earlier in September, accumulating. So it's not bad. It's not too bad. So that's Doge. There's our Bitcoin chart. We got ETH. ETH is doing the same thing, right? Dipped down to 44.40, now coming back up. We covered BNB, new all-time high at 1,029. That's right, 1,029 for BNB. And we looked at Aster too. So that's what we got going on. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing today? I'm doing great. It's a Saturday, chilling. Have a nice, cool New England day, sunny and cool today. Very nice. Leaves are starting to get a little color in them here. Little color. Fall time. We all like that. We are all Doge rollers. Hello, Magic. How are you? Watching Bitcoin dominance, Merchie. Yes, it falls harder. They always do. Ryan, you won't forget. Ben Cowan, we'll see. He also said ETH was going down to 3,600. ETH's not going to 3,600. So he's going to miss out on that one. Bitcoin works for house prices. $450,000 sounds worse than 4 Bitcoin. I'll buy that house for 4 Bitcoin. Somebody rich just sold a house in Miami for Bitcoin. He said he was only going to accept Bitcoin. I saw something on X about that. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but I remember seeing it. Somebody sold some big expensive Miami house for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can't scale enough to be money. Lightning is a third-party risk. Yep, Doge is better. Agreed. Ramen, 3 or 4 Doge. Yeah, that's what I was guessing, somewhere around there. Stephen, you're looking at Sundays. 2 weeks ago, green, followed by Monday, even greener. Let's do that. I want a green Sunday. Go, Doge, go. Hey, Brian, how are you? We're going to make it, MB. So much fluff. I know, Ryan, right? Can Doge go to 20 cents? Your liquidation price. Doesn't look like it. Looks like you're going to be all right, Martin. I don't even think we're going to hit 25. Sunny and cool, just like Manchester. That looks like rain clouds. That's not sunny. The government shutdown is when all of your country's top idiots pretend to stop talking to each other and then pretend to make a great deal 2 days later. They just want to blame the other side, right? The Democrats want to say, see, Trump shut the government down. No, it was you trying to put this clause in there to pay, have the government pay for extra health care for illegal immigrants. It's like the Republicans aren't going to vote for that. Someone tell PaxCat. The leaves are dropping already. Yeah, it's just starting to get a little bit of color here in Boston. William, the government shutdown will happen, but they'll come to something because they want to get paid too. I know, right? Well, they go furlough, right? And they go on furlough, which means they're going to eventually get paid. Their pay is paused and they stop working and they end up getting paid for not working. I mean, this is crazy. They end up paying them all. Anyway, furlough. Okay. PaxCat is the one who decides. Now is not the time to sell for Bitcoin. Yeah. Now, the pump token that I sold for Bitcoin, that trade is actually working out very well. Bitcoin is where the price was when I did my swap, which was right here, back on the 13th of September. Bitcoin is at that same price. Awesome, right? Where is pump since then? Pump since then, this is where I sold it, and this is where it is. That's turning out to be a good swap. Selling pump for Bitcoin. That's working out. Because pump is now, how much lower is it now from where I sold it? 11.5%. Not bad. I didn't get the top. You're never going to get the top, right? I thought that was good on those green candles. Sold on the green candles. It went a little higher, but I'm good. I knew it was going to fall back. And the same thing is going to happen to Aster. Just be careful with that Aster, guys. Be careful. Chilling in my AC in Mississippi, Hart. Aloha, Duchess. I'm down for a dip to 20.5. Yeah, not going to happen, Johnny. Dogecoin will make millions of billions of trillions, Chad. I was shocked when I found out Iraq is #1 in Doge, right? Searched and found they're buying cars with Doge. I know. Dogecoin in Iraq. We covered this yesterday. It's like amazing. Dogecoin in Iraq because it's cheap. It's cheap to use. So they're using it to trade. They're using it to send money to relatives, family members in other parts of the country or from other parts of the world into Iraq. It's Dogecoin. Patience is key. Without it, you'll be caught saying shoulda, woulda, coulda. I know, right, Joshua? You're never going to get the top, right? You're never going to buy on the bottom. You're never going to sell on the top. And as long as you can live with that, you're okay. I mean, I did not hit the top on pump.fun, and I admit it. I was a big green candle. I followed that part. Yep. Could we get 25 cents during a government shutdown? Well, we'll see how the next week and a half goes, Joseph. Depends on where the price is over the next week and a half. If we just bounce around here around 27 cents, ooh, something in the 25s could be in the cards then. Yep. So for those of you who want to buy on a dip, there's a little bit of news coming up that might cause a dip. So be ready for that. Torrential rain in the north of the UK. Ooh, that sounds bad. Torrential rain. Ugh. Yeah, both sides do it. Can't they just, well, they wait for the last minute, right? The last minute, they'll strip away all that stuff just to keep the government funded. Right, exactly, Damien. Right at the last moment. Exactly. You had a cold week a couple weeks ago. Got some very confused trees here. That funny. Hawaii? Yeah, it's nice in Hawaii. Pax Cat, he enjoys the shutdowns. Cat of chaos. Yep, the Dems, Republicans, all of that. Yep. They both play the game. If we will be paying in Doge, we won't be thinking about ramen. I know, right? We'll already be rich. We'll be celebrating the $1 Doge party, the $2 Doge party. And then those packets of ramen are going to be priced in fractions of Dogecoin. I'll take that packet of ramen for half a Doge. Will Doge go to $1? Robinette asks. Eventually, we think it will. Will that happen this year? That'll take some magic. It'll take some magic to get up to $1 this year, I think. We're still sitting here in September, 26 cents. It's going to be really hard to get to $1 from here. You get enough people buying, but you need a reason for that, which I call catalysts. We covered all the catalysts last week. So far, the ups and downs, the haters, the truth is the climb has been steady. Hold and wait. Kevin saying 35-cent max. So that's where I'm looking just the end of October without any big catalysts, going into November. We still could go higher. Yeah, Johnny, I know. But it's nice to say you can price things in Doge. It's going to be stable coins. I know. I've been talking about stable coins here, and you guys don't want to hear it. It's like, blah, 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 blah. Kriss talking about stable coins again. Well, that's the way it's going. Stable coins. Because stable coins are what? They're backed by the dollar. Stable coins backed by the dollar. That's what the U.S. government wants. They don't want you using your cryptocurrency as a currency. They want you to buy and sell it. So you have to give them taxes, right? They like it for investments. So you get all these big capital gains taxes that you then have to give to the government. They like that. And again, we'll be talking about taxes in December. So be ready for the epic KrissPax yearly annual crypto tax live stream coming in December. We got a new form this year, got a lot to talk about. Just figure out how to make sure that you've got all your purchase prices of all of your crypto written down somewhere. Because you got to know every crypto that you've bought, you got to know what the price was, when you bought it, how much. So we'll be talking about that some more. 1,200%. Let's do it. I love it. Hey, Blue Horse, how's life in Singapore this morning? Good morning. Ryan should run for office. Bait, I don't know what my overall taxes were yet. Right now, I'm doing quarterly pre-taxes based on a guess, based on a total guess. A little bit less than that. I was like, yeah, I'm not paying that much. I'll pay a little less, and then we'll figure it out. But I don't know yet, because it all has to accumulate through the year, and it's dependent on a lot of other things too, how much I end up having to pay. So, and will I actually know the exact amount for just the crypto part versus my normal annual taxes? They don't break it out like that. So I'll never really know the exact amount because it all gets rolled up together. We're moving to Iraq. Find a husband in Iraq, Charlotte. Oh. Can we just not have a government shutdown? I think that'd be awesome. Let's just not do that. Warm, sunny day, California. Yeah, the raining carrying on. Yeah, it doesn't sound nice. Doge, Pepe, Bonk, and Pengu. I believe in Doge, Bonk, and Pengu. Pepe this cycle might not be the big winner. But that's just me. So I didn't buy back into Pepe, but I hold Bonk and Pengu still. Hey, Link. It's my birthday today. Can you lie to me and tell me Trump coin will melt faces? Unfortunately, that Trump coin token thing, ugh, I'm so glad I got out of that. So glad. And then I bought Pump with it and Pengu, but the Pump part of it almost doubled. And then I rolled it into Bitcoin. So I'm doing well. Trump is still at the same price I sold it at, like a month ago. It's not going anywhere, in my humble opinion. Yeah, Johnny, but the Republicans have to get like 8 Dems to vote for the package. I think they have to, and the Senate, they have to have 60 yes votes. And they only have like 51 or 52 senators. So they need to get 8 or 9 Dems to vote yes. And that's the tricky position they're in. Yeah, Adrian, I don't really do cups and handles and all that. I mean, you could say, right, yes, there's the cup, right? And then here we got half a handle forming, right? Perfect cup and handle, right? Well, if Doge does get back up 26.9, then you'll be seeing, oh, cup and handle, cup and handle. You know, half the time when there's a cup and handle and it does eventually close, let's say it closes right around here, half the time it does that and the other half it does that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It looks pretty. Ooh, cup and handle. No. Doge to €1. Yeah, let's push that one. Forget Doge to $1. Let's Doge to €1. Caviar is your favorite. Oh, expensive tastes. Expensive tastes. Never had it, Ryan. The real price prediction for Doge this cycle is 83 cents based on the trend line from the top of March 2024 to the top of November 2024 on the daily time frame. March to November. Yes, we spiked in March. We spiked in November. Right. Not that one. I got to go back further. On the daily, right? All right. There we go. March, right? That line, right? Where does that hit my box? No, that hits my box at over $1. That would be over $1 on it. According to my chart, that's over $1. Hitting those marks. March, November, over $1. I'll take that. Mine's even better. This is the green box I'm talking about, which gets us through the end of November. So we are watching this, seeing what happens. But yeah, here's another point of reference, right? That's a good one. Keep that one in mind. That's a good one. We do have a ways to go. $26.69. Doge in Iraq is worth more than the dinar. I know, but what do you want as a stable currency? The dollar isn't stable, right? So what do you suggest? But 83 cents is a good number. We're talking burgers again? French accent burgers. The governments are like, there really should be a tax on paying taxes. Used a Doge mini box miner to keep a wild baby rabbit warm last night. Giving off the heat. Duchess arrived home. I'm on the big screen. Awesome. Trump could make the Trump coin pump. Percent likelihood. The last we checked, it was like 80%. Let's see what the latest is. And this is just Polymarket, right? Polymarket. Fed decision. Government shutdown is not one of the top ones. Oh, there it is. But will Taylor Swift be pregnant in 2025? 15%. Taylor Swift pregnant. You can bet on that. 63% right now. Government shutdown. 63. I thought this had spiked up to, I thought this one had spiked up to 80. We looked at this. It's now 63. Mm-mm-mm. 30 more days and you're selling? Yeah, it's about that time, right? October 20th. Something about that day, October 20th, right? Taking profits. It should be that no Congress member gets paid during a shutdown. I agree. If you can't balance your own budget, which is your job, it's your job, you shouldn't get paid. Caviar on pizza. Whew. Is the bull cycle ending by mid-2026? I talked about this morning on my morning video, the 4-year cycles. If it goes into 2026, it would be what will be called an extended cycle or a super cycle, because it won't end. The bull run won't end in December 2025. So if the prices keep going up, January, February, March, April, that would be new. Never been done before. So right now, I'm planning on the cycle's ending in December, because that's what it's done last cycle, the cycle before that. So But I will keep some. I'll keep some Bitcoin. I'll keep some Doge just in case. But I'll be taking profits on everything else. That's my plan. But thanks for asking, Dada. Double top at 30 cents. What's up, Jay? Doge just hanging. We're just hanging on a Saturday. We're still in the green, as Kriss predicted. You wish my box is the, yeah, over $1. Optimistic. Hey, Musty. How are you, my friend? It's been a while. How are you, dude? Musty's an old timer. Old timer. Haven't seen you for a while, but glad you could come in on a Saturday. Awesome. In a bear market, all we're going to talk about is food. Hey, that's what VP says, right? He's just going to make a food channel and he's going to do food reviews. So it's like, why not, right? We could just make it a food channel. Just talk food. Oh, yeah, food reviews. There you go, right? Now, VP's already doing that, I guess. Somebody told me he's going to do that. And I'm just like, really? Any thoughts on XRP? God, I got to make that XRP video. We were talking about that probably just yesterday. It's like, I need to make my own XRP video. And then when anybody asks me what my thoughts are on XRP, I just say, go watch that video. I really need to do that. Maybe tomorrow I'll make my XRP video. And then just, if Doge is still right here and there's no news, maybe I'll do my XRP video. I'll get that out there. And then after that, I'll just say, go watch that video. You're betting on the no for the Swift pregnancy. Yeah, I think Mr. Kelsey's a little busy right now, right? He's a little busy. I know, right, Sean? Any thoughts? Oh. I know, maybe Travis Kelsey should do the pregnancy, right? XRP $100. What are the indicators? There are no indicators. The price just doesn't go down starting in January. It keeps going up. That's your indicator. You slept in California time. That's all right. California. Taking it easy. If you're not in a hurry on a Saturday to do anything in California, why not? Stay up late, enjoy your evening, and then sleep in. The last go around, stocks pumped and crypto went down. I know stocks just kept going up. I could present while eating pizza. I could do a combination Dave Portnoy pizza taste crypto, bear market crypto live stream. And today we are gonna sample the caviar pizza. The caviar pizza. Oh my God. Gotta do something in the bear market, right? Hey, I did it last time. I kept busy. I was only live streaming 3 days a week, but there was enough to cover. Up or down? I'm buying for the future coin count. No tax because you're just not selling. That's okay. You know, most people have made the most money in crypto by not selling for a long, long time. Like 10 years. That's where the big money is made in crypto. It's not just like 2 years, one cycle. No, you hold. Long period of time. Taxcat cam. I don't know how I would do that. I have to attach some kind of put a stick on it or something with the camera and as he goes around. I don't know what he does. When I come to Boston, I'll bring loads of English food. Could try them all live during the bear market stream. Is there any English food that gets a good rating? If XRP hits $4, then Doge will hit $5. I like that. I like that, Hamid. What happens after the cycle is over? Life goes on. Life goes on. Then we're searching for the bottom. So all of y'all who took profits waiting to buy back in at the bottom, what's the bottom? And we're searching for the bottom. I know the XRP army will come in and raid the XRP video in the comments. So be it. So be it. You're here for the tech? Hey, Dogecoin has great tech. Proof of work cryptocurrency. All transactions on the blockchain are validated by mining. So that gives Dogecoin its security. Never been hacked. Blockchain never been hacked. Safe and secure. And it just keeps churning its code. It's just code, and it just keeps churning and churning and churning. I'm not going to focus on stocks. We'll talk about it as part of the overall sort of financial strategy. But obviously, I'm focusing on food and crypto. One bite. Everyone knows the rules. You watch VP? You're going to watch him do his food reviews? Will Doge get to new all-time high? I mean, that's what we were just looking at. I mean, if we do indeed do this great, awesome, move here, this would be previous all-time high, which is this red dashed line. We get above it. We're waiting to see that next huge run. Is that really going to happen? Are we going to make it to the Doge sticker I got up here? This is the Doge sticker. You saw this, right, Ryan? The Doge sticker. This is what I put up here. Not a magnet, but a sticker. That's the target over the previous all-time high. And it's just hanging out here. Hanging out. $26.70, getting a little higher. We're just having fun. XRP, Solana. XRP is having a tough time at $3. So if it gets to $4, that would be huge. New all-time high. Solana, a lot of people talking anywhere from like $500 up to $1,000, and it'll be lucky to get to $400 for Solana. I mean, it's at $239 now. It has a new all-time high in its market cap just because Solana has more than double the amount of tokens in circulating supply now than it had back in 2021. Most people don't talk about that. I do, because people come in here, complain about, oh, Dogecoin, unlimited supply. And it's like, have you looked at Solana's supply? More than doubled in the past 4 years. But people don't think about that stuff. I do. Oh. It's been ages since I made red curry. Oh, that sounds good. I love that. Took a picture of caviar pizza. Post it in the community. Yes. Justin, post it in the community. Go to your phone. Go to your YouTube app on your phone. Go to the KrissPax channel, and there's a button you hit called Visit Community, and you can post stuff there. As long as you subscribe to me, you can post. In other words, you got to subscribe to KrissPax. It's up to the sausage pasta salad, I know. Just threw in some Russian dressing, made it yummy. What's a Jaffa cake exactly? Don't know what that is. Soft sponge cake with orange jam topped in chocolate. Oh. Some people lose everything like the Doge guy with the millions. Well, he didn't lose, right? He never sold. He never sold. So we went from, I don't remember how much he invested initially, $100,000, and he was at 3 million, never sold, went all the way down, back under $1 million. Now he's probably over $1 million, $1.5 million. But that 3 million, God, right? Ah. What do I think about unlimited supply? Exactly. It's not. It's a fixed inflation, not unlimited supply. It's a fixed inflation. All right. Solana more than doubled. I think Algorand tripled the number of tokens in circulation the past 4 years. That's what you should be talking about, not Dogecoin. Right. Exactly, Lincoln. Crypto dumps. Everyone cries after the cycle's over, but that is when you buy. Exactly. And that's what I did. That's what I did this cycle. Bought pretty close to the bottom. Never put all your money in one coin. You never know. Exactly. Have a little diversity. Bum, bum, bum. Dollar Doge coming soon. Crypto the Conqueror. I could build a miniature model town on live stream talking crypto. Oh, my model building days are over, but I did a lot of model building as a young architect. Yep. Now everything is done digitally. There's hardly any real model building that's done. It's all 3D graphics now. The magnet's up at 30 cents on it. It's up here. I'm not moving it down. Keeping it up here, 30 cents. Not moving it down. We wait to see the magnet again on Kriss's screen. We wait. Jay asking about Pengu. Pengu's waiting. 3.5 cents still. Just kind of waiting. Been bouncing around there. It got up to 3.5 cents here, 9th of September. Almost hit 4 cents. Back down to 3.5. Just waiting. About 5 cents is my target for starting to take some profits. We'll see. about the Pengu. We have a new subscriber. Thank you. DJ Natronic. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, we talk a lot of Dogecoin. I also cover general crypto finance stuff, but it all ties back to Doge here. What's up, Sunshine? How are you? Aster, up and up? Yeah, I know, right? Aster. Who knew, right? Aster. Looks like it's settling at about $1.50 now. Topped up at about $1.75. So that is the top. Maybe $1.76. We'll call it $1.76. I'm not going to get $1.76 on Aster. Up 70% for the day. So it had about a 10% pullback here. Yeah, 10% pullback in like 30 minutes. But that's after 1,000% gain since it started. Well, you could only swap it first. And then they, like Gate and Mexi and all those, didn't start listing it here until Friday. So they missed out on the first part, which was the big gains. And this is some kind of DeFi exchange thing, but this token is just crazy. I just say be careful. That's all. Just be careful with it. It's already had 1,000% run, so you missed it. Go find something else. Are we there yet? He borrowed a lot of money. You think he's in debt, but he's got a lot of endorsement deals. That's true. Yep. Glauber. Yep. No, I didn't have more than Glauber. I got up to about 2.9 million. And Glauber was over 4 million, I think. I think it was over 4. If you do the math right. Like 425. Yeah, 4,250,000 Doge, somewhere around there. He says he still has it. Yeah. Well, I think those loans are all paid off because that's why he was like doing a lot of advertising and he was pumping all of these stupid other tokens and stuff like that. So yeah, Solana's done very well, Jamil, but over time, Dogecoin still outperforms everything. Still does. Hey, Boss Mac. I did give you a shout out. Yes. Worried about Zone. Yes. The architectural Lego stuff. Yeah, I was never really into that because that's too constrictive. I think right now, Jay, yeah, it's stagnant right now. We had all this excitement last week. The FOMC meeting was huge, right? Big volatility, right? So everything's chill right now. Everything's just chill. Exactly, like Doge Viking says. He's chilling too. Just chill. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Jay. Appreciate it. So yeah, I think we're just going to chill through the rest of September. And then we go to October. After the government shutdown. We get that behind us. Oh. I don't know what that is, Duchess. Art Connect. Or do you mean architect that aren't artists? Architects are artists, sure. Absolutely. But we actually build things like houses and other buildings that people occupy, which makes it a lot harder. Yeah. Now I see why you are the way you are. That explains it all, right? I know. Oh, I don't like to be put in a box. Set me free. Oh. Since I just hit XRP would hit a max of $4. Does that mean you would sell your XRP at $4? Yes. I will sell my XRP at $4. I bought it at 58 cents. That's a huge profit. I'll take it. Am I getting the new iPhone? No. I got the 16 here. No reason to trade this for a 17. It's working great. So I got this for free last year, 16. So no problems with that. I'm good. Now, if Verizon comes along and says, hey, we'll give you a free 17 and maybe another year, I'll consider it. Smash the likes, subscribe. Yes. October. Yes. Yes. Doge to the moon. I will go on vacation. We'll have a Doge party. Yes. All good. Hello, Sally's Dream. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? Yeah, there's probably a lot of people that did the same thing Glauber did, but for different coins that didn't work out. Yep. Is he into Pepe? Of course he is. Well, he was a big Floki guy too back in 2021. So he got a ton of free Floki tokens. And it was all Floki, Floki, Floki. It was just like, I remember that. Can't beat a free phone. And my other one was having battery issues too. So, which they do, right? They don't make good batteries for phones. They want the batteries to die, right? So you have to upgrade. It's all the battery. So they purposely make a bad battery that over time is going to die on you. So you have to buy more. You really, really, really hope October is better. October. I still have an iPhone 11. Refuse to buy a new one as long as this one still works. I'd rather buy $1,000 of Doge. Yep. Hey, as long as your battery is still charging, you're good. Hi, Hunter. How are you? Well, it's great to have you here. It's been busy. Time zone issues. How's life in Dubai? You were in Germany before, right? So what's it like going from Germany to Dubai? I'll bet a little bit of a culture shock, huh? H-bar and ADA. 100%. Yeah, ADA could get to $2. H-bar could get to 50 cents. Sure. If we get the blow off, banana zone fall, then yeah, I think we'll see double prices in most crypto. I think so. That's actually kind of good targets to make. 48 cent H-bar, $1.90 ADA. ETH would be, well, that'd be big. 8,800. Doge would be 52 cents. And everybody boos. Boo, 52 cent Doge. That's not enough. But remember, when you see the big green candles, Doge does better than just about everything else. When the whole crypto market's going up, Doge goes up better. What's with the Grayscale ETF news? Yeah, it's true. Because I posted it on X, it is true. Grayscale has filed the amended S1 to convert its Dogecoin trust into an ETF under the ticker GDOG. GDOG, love it. GDOG. So October 17th, the next Dogecoin ETF, right around that date. We will be watching. Your phone's doing that as we speak. I know, right? The battery. It's always the damn battery. Charlotte's got a good battery in her phone. She should nurse it for as long as she can. Because when the battery goes, it's like, yeah. Bonk, Maxim. You bought some bonk. If bonk goes to $1, I'll be a millionaire. Well, I mean, there'll be trillionaires in the world if bonk goes to $1. So that's not going to happen. Not going to $1. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mr. Pickle, at what price accessible for Doge? We were just talking about this line right here, 26.4. Is there going to be a dip down below 26 cents into the 25s? We're on a kind of a 2-week watch here, or week and a half till the end of the month. Possible government shutdown, like all that stuff, could be a little volatility. So look for the big red candles, look for the dips. If you're looking to buy more. May has an iPhone 11. Yep, Germany to buy. I remember that. Still not fully moved, selling the house in Germany, but you're there. The caviar pizza has been posted. Awesome. That's awesome. For those wondering where it's posted, just go to your YouTube app on your phone, YouTube app, go to the KrissPax channel. You should have it bookmarked, right? You should have it bookmarked. There's a visit community button right there, visit community. You tap on that, then you hit newest, and you get the caviar pizza. Wow. There it is. Yep, you see them. There's those little eggs. That's awesome. Love it. All right, guys, everybody's got to go to the community page and see this caviar pizza. Love it. Oh. Oh. Every time the ETF comes to fruition, we go down for a bit and then blast off. I think all of this movement was really based on the FOMC. And then there was the aftermath after the FOMC. It had nothing to do with the ETF. 26 is the current bottom. Yes. We are going up. 26.75 now. Very slowly. Low volume. There's no volume. No volume. We're ticking up. Crazy lines of people wanting to get the iPhone 17. Security everywhere. People walking out with 5 to 10 each. Wow. Gotta love Dubai, right? So much money. Hey, Lolavec. Thanks for the super chat. How are you? With the Litecoin you'll be receiving through mining, do you think it would be better to convert it into Doge or just keep it? I'm going to keep whatever I mine. Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bells, and whatever other little crap things are included on the merge mining. I'm just going to keep them. It's going to be like a 4-year thing, and I'll be mining for 4 years, and then we'll see where we are. We'll see where we are. in 4 years. So that's my plan. So that's all. It's all going to go into a separate wallet that I've already created, already have it set up, and it's just all going to go into that. And I'm just going to let that go for 4 years. And then in 4 years, we'll see where we are. That's the true test of how profitable crypto mining is. Take mine all the way through the next cycle. Hopefully Dubai has changed. Last time I was there, can't hold a lady's hand in public. Yeah. Hey, Tony, how are you? Good night, RR. That sounds good. Caviar on pizza. Throw in some pineapple. Well, in Hawaii, I mean, you have to have pineapple on pizza, right? Can I look at Cardano? Can I chart ADA? I don't have any more Cardano. Well, no, I do have a little bit left. I unstaked my Cardano, and I thought I unstaked it all, but apparently there was still some left. So I still have that, but most of it I sold back in January. So Cardano's at 90 cents. Now, we go to the daily. We look back. There's our big double bottom right there, right? April and June. Big double bottom on Cardano. So we're not going down there. That was 50 cents. I bought my Cardano down here. 24 cents. I bought Cardano. 24. I sold it at 92 cents. I was over $1. I had actually a 4x, and I ended up at about a 3.8x or something is where I sold right there. But that was a good buy right there. 24-cent Cardano. That was September 2023. Unfortunately, that was taking my profits from Solana into Cardano, and Solana did more than a 4x. But that aside, the move was the right one eventually out of Solana into Cardano. Cardano overall obviously had the big run in November 2024, up over $1, and kind of played with it a little bit here in March. Had this big run based on, I don't remember what the news was. There was something that Charles had talked about with Cardano and doing some, I don't even remember anymore. I was out of it at the time. So we had a double bottom, right? April, June. Here, the blue line is $1. Looks like we did touch $1 here mid-August. So getting over $1, the top back in November was $1.31. My price target is here, $1.60. $1.60. So not quite double from here. But that's what I was looking at for Cardano. Good luck. Good luck to all of us. Hey, the dancing Doge is back. You posted on community in regards to the pizza caviar. I'll look for that. Pi coin. Oh man, Pi has gone from 11th to 40th in the top 100 cryptos. So you do know that's like a Ponzi scheme, right? Pi coin. You do know that, right? Pyramid scheme. Big pyramid scheme. Pi coin. Do I have XRP? Yes, I do have some XRP. And it's not my fault that I have it. This is the KrissPax DCA portfolio right here that now has $36,000 in it. This was $10,000 of my money back in the summer of 2023. That's right, 2 years ago. 2 years ago was buying at the bottom of the alt coin bear market, and I picked up XRP at 58 cents. 58 cent XRP. It's up over 400% right now. And it's only 1200 XRP, but that's what I got. That's what I've got. My Doge is up 333%. Bitcoin up 329%. ETH is up 173%. Jasmy up 291%. Algorand is up 130. I mean, they're all winners. And that was the whole thing, was didn't matter what you bought back then. You were going to make money. So what's the plan? Nope. Doge is just going to kind of bounce around here for the rest of the month, I think. It's going to be boring. I think it's going to be boring now. We just had all the excitement in the first half of the month. I'd like it to go up, but I don't think Cardano will hit all-time highs again. No, that's over $3, right? Is that right? $3? I got to go back now and check because I knew I had it. Yeah, $3. No, I don't think so. And I haven't done the analysis how many ADA tokens are trading now versus back then. There could be something like that. RIP Pi. Yep. I know the dancing Doge shows up every once in a while. And TradingView has that for Dogecoin. No other cryptos on TradingView has anything like that but Dogecoin. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Doge may never touch 10 cents again, Todd. It might not ever again go down that low. There will be a pullback in a bear market, but I don't know if it's going to go down to 10 cents. Kind of want to see where it goes here, October, November, because then we can start looking at possible pullback prices in a bear market. But we gotta let this cycle play out first. Why is Toncoin down? Yeah, I think this is still tied to that Telegram founder, right? I mean, Toncoin had all of that excitement when it came out, and there's no way that it could maintain that and keep it up. I kind of think Toncoin also has been expanding. Let me look. I think they've been doing unlocks, right? Doesn't Toncoin have a bunch of token unlocks? Yeah, the max supply is infinite. Total supply is now over 5 billion. And yeah, it doesn't show. It doesn't show on CoinMarketCap when tokenomics. Toncoin serves main currency of the network. System can support up to 2. Validators must stake Toncoins to participate. Minimum stake, transaction fees. Yeah, it doesn't say. It says tokenomics, and it doesn't say anything about when new ones are made. It doesn't say. Oh, total supply is approximately 5 billion. Yeah, don't see it. Listening in while at my cash register. How you doing, Raiden? You're running a cash register. We find out little bits about you. Oh, don't be sorry, Martin. It's all right. Glad you could stop in. We'll see you. There was a time in 2021 you thought Doge would never touch 14 cents, and instead we got to 5, right? 4.95. Does it usually dip toward the end of every month? Nope. There's no pattern like that. There's no real pattern about that. I mean, you just look at November 2024 and it was still going up. Fall. Yep. Fall. All right, gang. That's what we got. Oh, peak. Yeah, MB. For you peak fans, it looks like it wants to hold higher prices up here at 11 cents. So that's good. So, all right, gang. Hey, Doge, it's moving up right now. Maybe I'll do my XRP video tomorrow. I got to think about that. Do I really want to do an XRP video? And then I'll have something to point to. So we got that. I'll be live again Sunday. I'll be a little bit later on Sunday, watching a football game with friends. So I'll be on about 5 o'clock. So look for that. That's 5 o'clock East Coast time here in Boston, USA. So don't be all upset at 4 o'clock when Kriss isn't live yet, because this is football season. We're just having some fun. I think things will still be pretty chill. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Saturday, though. Or if you're already a Sunday morning, have a good day. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.